Hi guys. Welcome to post match reviewing the West Ham Liverpool game.
I was delusional. I'll just put that out there. I think I might have gone on the hype train. I don't know if any other West Ham fan can associate with that, but I said a draw comfortably, and I thought we could win it because I saw us having a couple of goals. I must have forgotten how soft we are at times. I got on the hype train of Disassi having 3 clean sheets in 5. I think it's bought into me. I think I'm not gonna lie. There's a foul on the first goal. I'm not having this. When I mean that is I've seen us been given it against us before, so I'm bothered about it. But overall, I don't think you can begrudge the result. I don't know what you think.
No, do you know what? I think you're right. I think the first goal, 5 minutes in, it's soft as to let him. You can't concede that early against Liverpool. I think overall, I don't. I think the scoreline makes it out that we just got pushed about. I don't think that was the case.
The problem is, Ben, is when all those goals are super weak, then I don't know what we're meant to do. At the end of the day, like the game, the scoreline can be exaggeration or whatever, but I mean, that Gakpo goal is weak as shit. The McAllister goal is weak as shit.
Yeah,
It's like eh, they're so weak. And don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone expected Anfield to get a result there. I think a draw would have been a good result. Apparently, looking back, I think I would have genuinely took a draw before going there. There's a reason why we've only won there, I think, once in like 48 years. But like, we've got off lucky this week in the fact that we've played them and lost, fair enough, but then everyone else around us has also lost, and they're all still down there. At least no one else is making moves away from us at this point.
I think also like at the beginning of the season, you put us against Liverpool, and they're walking over us like 6-0 with no challenge to their goal, just because of our like lack of threat that we had. I think the fact that we got two, I think we were unlucky not to get maybe three, even four. Genuinely, I think with some of the missed opportunities we had, it could have been a goal in it, if I'm honest. But yeah,
It's one of those, mate. To be honest with you, I'm not hugely. When I'm saying I'm not hugely bothered, I am bothered because you shouldn't be conceding 5 goals. That should just not be out now. Nuno will be fucking livid. The kind of the kind of thing that I want to take away from it is I think it's shown now, and I've seen a couple of positive posts about him, and I don't know if I'm just watching football different, but please put Kante on for Magassa.
yeah,
If Potts and Pablo, I think Pablo's got another 3 weeks out at least, put put Magassa off and put Kante on and push either Fernandez or Suchek up, and I'm fine with that. And the legs that you slightly lose to Suchek or whatever, or the play out from the back that you slightly lose from Fernandez, but Magassa isn't the answer, I
no,
don't think.
no.
He gives the ball away too cheaply, and even the passes that he does look for forward aren't good enough.
No, no, I would agree. He seemed out of his depth. I don't think arguably like you said. I'm not overly disappointed, but because at the end of the day, go to Liverpool, you expect it to kind of be a free hit, didn't you? To be honest, but
Yeah, no, exactly. No, 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 completely.
I'm
I
just
do
glad
think
I'm
that as
glad I
well.
saw positives.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like if you can't see your team win or get a point, at least don't lose without anything to look at and go, yeah, let's hang our hats on that. I've seen a couple of West Ham fans pure turn around and go, oh, at the end of the day, we're going down. It's obvious. And you're like, it's just getting 2 goals, getting 2 goals and looking half decent in a sense, or even competitive in a sense. Well, you have to take that on the chin and move on.
Yeah,
Like, they're one of
yeah,
the best teams in the league. They won the Premier League last year, and they spent almost half a billion. I mean, and to be fair, with a couple of players out, that Pablo, I don't care what anyone says. I think people are slagging Pablo off for not scoring goals. He does a lot of things off that ball. I think it's been shown in the last couple of weeks
yeah.
how much we lose without him on the pitch. I'm not disappointed in a set. I'm disappointed it was conceded 5 goals. But I'm not disappointed in the result. Um,
No, I'd agree with that. I don't like the fact that we conceded as easy as we did at times. I'd agree with you there. Um, But I do genuinely think that you got to take the positives away. You scored 2 at Anfield, and we look competitive, and that's for a team that's in the relegation zone. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I literally saw a scouser on the West Ham on the West Ham actual page put on. I've seen a lot of teams come to Anfield this year, and I think you'll stay up. And it's
yeah,
like, I think we have enough. I've watched Spurs today bottle Fulham. I watched Leeds get very close to Man City at Ellen Road, but not be able to put it over the line, anything over the line, not even score. I mean, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's meant to be one of the best in form. He can't score. Forest didn't look particularly impressive. I'm not. It's not that I'm not worried, but come Wednesday, Fulham away, we have a chance to creep out of the relegation zone.
yeah,
And I mean, Man City are playing Forest, so they're not getting 3 points. We have a chance to jump them there. And all joking aside, if we don't do it then, when they have City and we don't even get 3 points out of Fulham, then there's cause for concern, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. I think the game's coming up. Like, we've had a couple weekends now where results have gone our way, like across the table. Like you said, Fulham beating Spurs, Forest not doing well, Leeds again dropping points. You sit there and you go, really, we're in prime position to kind of leapfrog out, and then I can see how Tottenham bottled it against Fulham. I think we need to take them seriously on Wednesday. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah, no, no,
everything
definitely.
needs to
But
be chucked
we
into
do
that
quite.
game.
I think we do quite well at Craven Cottage for some reason. I don't know. That's just one of those footballing things you got in the back of the head. But I mean, you look at the game week as well on Wednesday. I mean, I think Spurs of Palace. We have uh we have Fulham, Forest of Man City, and Leeds of I want to say it's Villa. Two sons, Sunderland at home at Ellen Road. So it's not an easy game week for anyone. But I mean, you get on that Fulham team safe, and they're probably not going to go for Europe. You've got to get on their backs. You've had a
Yeah,
day extra rest, especially on a midweek kickoff away. I mean, you've got to make that. Even if it's a gritty 1-0, I don't care. That win is significant because as soon as you're out that relegation zone, then you push on.
yeah,
And then all joking aside, I think you'd be 1 point next to Spurs. So
yeah.
I mean, you get that, and then you go into the international break. Well, we have Brentford, but after that, you go into the international break, and it's like we're out the relegation zone, and you're looking at Spurs, and they don't look like they can buy a win at the moment.
No.
So you've got to fancy that, and if you don't fancy it, I'd ask questions. To be honest,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think Fulham's a serious game, and then after that, I think, the pressure's really on about grinding out results, while everyone else at the moment, touch wood, seems to be dropping them around us.
yeah,
So,
yeah. No, I'd agree. I mean, obviously, the Man City game is also a free hit
yeah.
because at the end of the day, you have. I think we have. We have Fulham, and then City, and then Brentford in between those games, obviously in the FA Cup. But I mean that City game at home. I mean, even a draw, I wouldn't particularly want it because I don't particularly want Arsenal to win the league. But I'll
Yeah.
take our survival any day
Yes.
um,
Yeah.
over that.
Yeah, like, getting a point against City would be good. Like, if we can get it, great.
And the good news
Um,
is Freddie Potts is back for City. He's got
yeah.
one more game, I think.
Yeah, so bring
As
us a
far as I
lot
know.
more back in midfield.
Yeah, and all joking aside, Pablo will be back. I think Nuno said in just shy of a month, so probably 3 weeks. So probably 3 league games he's missing. But I mean, if you get somewhere near safe, we're now within a game of Forest, and they've got to play the hardest team in the league, in my opinion. So if you put Forest in there and then start looking upwards to Spurs, put the pressure on them.
Yeah.
Daniel Farker last night looked like he was succumbing to the pressure. He absolutely kicked off at the fourth official, and I can't work out why, and neither could Sky. So I don't know if it's just that it's getting to him or what. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the same with all the teams around us. I think that's why certain results have gone our way. I think because of it sounds horrible, how long we've been bad for. I think because we're picking up, all right, yeah, you don't expect to get a lot out of Liverpool. They're a bit 50-50 at the moment. They're not the greatest, but they are still the champions from
No,
last
but
year.
I think a lot of people, as of the end of December, so I've got this thing. This is the reason why Spurs and that probably didn't invest in January, is because I think genuinely, them clubs saw us lose against Forest and gone, mate, even when they're playing well, they can't win. We were 10 points adrift. I mean, those teams above us have severely dropped points compared to us. I think we're signed out ninth in the form table for the Premier League in the lot since January. I mean, we're genuinely doing all right. And I just think it's the fact that literally Spurs brought no one in and they probably needed a couple. Leeds, I don't think brought anyone in. Forest didn't bring a lot in. So it's like they were all relying on the fact that we were already down. And I think it's going to come back to at least bite one of them in the arse.
And the two benefits is both Spurs and Forest, they've both got new managers trying to get a grip with their teams.
Yeah.
So
And it's good
ideally, they're
when a
teams that you
manager
want.
loses 2 games on the bounce, their first 2 games, that new manager bounce just goes. Because we
Yeah,
had that with Potter, where it just didn't, there wasn't a new manager bounce at all.
yeah. Well, look how long it took Nuno to get into some sort of flow as well. If these managers take the same, you could be talking. You'd hope you'd have them soon, wouldn't you? Like, because you'd be sitting there going, "Well, yeah, give me a game." Because the way we're going at the moment, yeah, I'd fancy us.
But I reckon if we manage to get a win off Fulham, that takes us up to 28 points. Another 9 points out of the remaining 9 games, I think we're fine.
Yeah,
I'm still confident. That might come to bite me in the ass, but I'm still confident. No, I see something in this West Ham team, and what I can forgive is quality. The effort has been there since January,
yeah,
um, so I can't fault it. The only thing I would be worried about is Jared Bowen. He doesn't quite look on thing. There was a couple of knockings about that he was carrying a knock from the Chelsea game. I don't know why he's playing if that's the case.
no,
Just rest him.
yeah. He's too important.
Yeah, rest him while you've got someone like an Adama Traore and maybe bring him on for 20 minutes
Yeah,
if he's okay. But all joking aside, if he is carrying some sort of knock, we need him for the running after this international break at the end of
yeah.
March.
I completely agree. Yeah, I'd if it comes to it, mate, I'd rather see Adama start, give Bowen a
Yeah,
rest.
yeah,
But yeah, so you'll see a pre-match from us before Fulham, and then well, one after, depending on how the result goes.
yeah. And then Brentford as well. I'm confident about Brentford. Brentford seem to be a bit up and down right now. So, and the FA Cup run's a good chance to get extra momentum because we saw that against QPR. We got a late winner against QPR, and then I think we were a bit on a flyer for 3 weeks after that. So it's possible. It's possible. And at the end of the day, it's a morale booster, and it's another couple of days. You can try some young blood, some new ones in, like Myers and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So confident,
positivity.
mate. Yeah,
Use it. It's been a long time.
no, I totally agree, mate. I'm reasonably confident going forwards now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll get anything off City. I think that's one of them. It's like the Liverpool, right? You just draw a line under it, try and get a draw and move on. But
Pretty much, yeah, yeah. Just make sure you get a goal at least.
the Fulham game, you need to make ours. We need to make ours. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there will be a Fulham preview and a review because we're dedicated to West Ham, unfortunately.
Yes, that's fault. I blame him on
Yeah.
that. Right, well, that's it from us, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.